Hello everyone and welcome to LBTV. So this today that I'm doing is about the formations that we will line up with next season. The ones that Klopp normally always sorts of goes for, depending on the game, what the score is, and how and what the best possible way to apply, the best formation to win the match ahead. So usually Klopp goes through his 4-3-3, and if that fails, he then we haven't scored, he'll then switch to his four four at the back, two holding midfielders, and then Bobby will come on and play the deep link play role, and then he'll chuck all three strikers up front. Don't think that won't happen again this coming season, because it always does under Jurgen. He's one of those managers that won't settle for a point. He goes for all three every time. He goes till the end, and that's exactly what I love about being a supporter under the Klopp years. So 4-3-3 is what we normally go for, but 4-2-1-3, or if you want to go back to an old school formation, 4-2-4 is what Klopp likes to play, but Bobby will go into the number 10 role and the three up front will go for. So say for example we're 1-0 down to Leicester City, 10 minutes to go, he'll bring on Bobby Firmino, take off a midfielder, play Firmino in the number 10, and then he'll have Salah, Jota, Diaz, or Nunes, sorry. So he's got this dilemma that he's going to have this season, which is going to be keeping everyone happy. Now, last season it was okay keeping everyone happy because we were in 4 competitions and played every game possible. So everybody, even though they wasn't first name on the team sheet, still got a good amount of games last season. So it'll be interesting to see how Klopp manages to do that this season. So let's hope we have another year where we go right to the finals of every competition that we're entering. So with that comes top management. Klopp seems to be able to keep everybody happy. James Milner could have gone anywhere the last 3 seasons, but he stayed with us because he still plays a lot of games. And he actually said when he signed his new contract that he signed it because he spoke to Jurgen, and Jurgen still said that he would be a part of the team, as in he would play. And I remember when Steven Gerrard left Liverpool, the reason why that idiot Brendan Rodgers cost us our captain was because he was told by Brendan that he would be playing 1 out of every 3, and he was even on the bench against Real Madrid. Still winds me up, that does to this day. Brendan Rodgers cost us Gerrard finishing his career at Liverpool. Steven Gerrard, it annoys me when I click on him on Football Manager, should not have gone to LA Galaxy. He should have been a one-club man his entire career at Liverpool, and I bet that still annoys him now. And if you read his book, he actually says that he was waiting for Liverpool to counter offer and come in with a player coaching role. But you know what, Brendan? He's got the biggest ego you can ever believe. This man has canvases, giant-sized canvases of himself, portraits in his own house. So you can imagine that he wouldn't want Steven Gerrard around, because he commands more aura and more respect and more worshipping than Brendan could ever manage in his whole entire career. So yeah, he's still a bit of a sore one with me after Jurgen Klopp, that Brendan spent 300 million and just, all right, we nearly won the league, but we should have won the league, because I know this is going way off subject, but unlike Klopp, when we go gung-ho, we still defend a lot better than we did under Brendan. So the story is straight away when Brendan left and Klopp came in, the first thing Klopp did was get rid of the 2 centre-backs, more or less, Sacco and Skrtel. I mean, I actually liked Sacco and Skrtel, but I prefer Matip, Gomez and Van Dijk and Konate. So it just shows you that you think you've got great centre-backs, and it turns out you actually haven't. Now we've got I think we've got the best. If you were going to ask me now who the best 5 centre-backs in the world is, I reckon we got 3 of them. I actually believe we've got 3 of the best centre-backs out of 5 in the world. I think Matip's one of the best in the world. I think Van Dijk is the best in the world. He is the best in the world. And I think Konate is the best young centre-back in the world. Who's better? And we've got the best. I'm trying to think. Varane Varane's been shocking since he's gone to Manchester United. Maguire's not even in the top 20, never mind the top 5. De Ligt has been shite at Juventus, and he's supposed to be amazing. Sven Botman, he's supposed to be good, but I think he's still at Lille. So, I mean, I'm probably missing one here, but who's great? This is what I mean. Centre-backs used to be loads of them. Now there's hardly any that you could name as being great. Cellini's now 38, you know, and obviously you've got Godin. He's now old, so all the great centre-backs, Cannavaro, all that, they're all, I was going to say dead there, not dead, they're retired. So it's mad. So yes, Klopp's got a selection dilemma. He's going to have to keep everybody happy. I hope Harvey Elliott makes a big start to the season this year, because I'm a big fan of his. I still think we need to bring in another midfielder. I'm sure you'll agree with me on that. I'll go all out to get the Inter Milan midfielder. Because I just absolutely love him. I just think Barella is perfect for Liverpool. Naby Keita, he just does not stay fit long enough, and he's frustrating the hell out of me. And I still can't get over that, missing the Champions League final. All he had to do was side foot it into the back of the net, and he put it about 20-30 foot over. So I'm not a great Naby Keita fan. Let me know your thoughts on that, but he doesn't impress me. A couple of runs here and there, but for 80,000-90,000 pound a week, if that's the best he's got, I'm not a Keita fan. I would easily rather have Barella in a central midfield role alongside Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, whatever three it is we play. So yeah, this will be a dilemma for Klopp, and I think what he has to do is he has to make sure that he's in every competition a long duration, based on the fact that, you know, the squad will demand games, because these players are not going to. Luis Diaz has to start now every week. He will get rotated in games like the Carabao Cup, like the FA Cup early rounds, where we don't need to rest, don't need to play him. Champions League, it depends on the group, because we don't want a situation like we had a couple of years ago when we were through and we played Jota and Thiago and all that in a stupid game against Midtjylland, and they were out for 3 months after that. So I'd like us to make the squad bigger. I know Klopp likes the squad to be tight and small, because then he can keep more players happy. But the problem you've got with that is, if you want to fight on all fronts, right? It's like what Trent Alexander-Arnold said. We should be winning a trophy every season now, and we should, at least one trophy every season. We're going to need a bigger squad. We've lost Taki Minamino, we've lost Nico Williams, he's going. We've lost Mane, we've lost, obviously, who else has gone? There's another one gone, hasn't there? I can't remember. We've lost quite a few players over the last 18 months. If we now lose Oxlade-Chamberlain as well, that's another midfielder gone. So I don't think, and I said this on my earlier videos, I don't think our business is done. I don't think it's done, without a shadow of doubt. It's not done yet. I still think we'll bring in a midfielder. And again, let's just go through the comments. Afternoon, Jerry Duncan. A1 means great. Oh, right, cheers, Tony. I finally get it. You could have just said sounds great, mate, but it doesn't matter. I agree that Kate is not impressed yet. Sorry about the spelling. We've only lost once him starting. That was the Champions League final. Yeah, well, like I say, we're counting down the days now until the start of the season. So we've got, I think it's the 3rd of September, isn't it? I think the window shuts. We've got time. I mean, pre-season doesn't really start. I think the players start coming back, I think, first week of July, don't they? Well, our first friendly is Man United on the 12th of July, but then we basically we play 12th. I think they come in the first week, and I think the internationals come back a week later, don't they? So it'll be interesting to see what squad we've got. I'd like to get the signing done now, in the next week to 10 days, because 10 days from now gives us 5th of July. I like that. 5th of July gives us 7 days before we play Man United. So if Liverpool are going to sign anyone, it won't be last minute. Liverpool don't do last minute. It will be early in July. And that, again, I think that Nico Williams will have to go through before we get Barella. Klopp will have to sell to buy. He's always had to sell to buy. I did a video yesterday about FSG, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a business, right? You want to upgrade your sofa sometimes. What do? You sell your old one to put towards your new one. You know, that's what people do. Businesses do it, people do it. That's the way it is. Unless you've got too much money, you can just give shit away for free. But my point is, you just have to run Liverpool as a business. Not like Man City. Man City are doing everything at the moment. I mean, their social media teams are hammering the fact that they've sold a couple of players, which means they're balancing the books. Yeah, whatever. Let's not forget that how many backhand deals have actually happened under Manchester City's watch. I've been told that, like Chelsea, and Chelsea have done this for a decade, they're buying mothers and fathers' houses to secure their kids on contracts and everything. Backhand payments. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. See that All or Nothing programme on Amazon? I'd love to actually be in the boardrooms when I'd love to know how much money changes hands at Man City, dirty wise, FIFA, all of it. And do you know what does my head in? I bet you they're the Champions League favourites again this year. Why are they fucking Champions League favourites every year when they've never won it? They've never won it. It just does my head in. Where do you get Champions League favourite from when you have never won the fucking trophy? Nottingham Forest have just come up. They've won it twice. 2 times. Villa have won it more than Man City. It just drives me mad where we get it from. But anyway, because I always have a rant about Man City. The lads at work always laugh about that. And mentioning Man City to me is like, I said this yesterday actually. I'm 38. For the first time in my life, I looked at the fixtures yesterday and I didn't look for Man United. That used to be the first game I looked for. I didn't even look for Man U. I just looked for Everton and Man City. Man City and Everton that way, sorry. And then I went, oh fuck yeah, Man United. That shows you how inferior they are now to us. I mean, I'm laughing at the fact that Ronaldo wants to leave. I'm hearing he could go to Chelsea. I'm laughing at Eric Teabag and the fact that he's not even brought in a single player, and he's struggling to get Eriksen from Brentford. But to be honest with you, if I was Christian Eriksen and I've just had a heart problem, the last place I'd want to play football is Man United, because the stress levels there and the state of that club is shy. He's best off staying at Brentford, where he plays every week and it's relaxed. They don't have to win every game. But anyway, that's going off subject. Formation next season, 4-3-3 as always, but when we need to go for it, we'll switch to 4-4-2, 4-2-4 or 4-2-1-3. And that's just the way we do. You'll never see us winning 1-0 and, you know, he'll do a Rafa Benitez, Klopp, and he'll go 5 at the back, 4 in midfield and play 1 up front. Then negative tactics you get on football managers just don't happen on Klopp's watch. It just doesn't happen. It's either win the game with the 11 or win the game with 8 up front. Either way, it's win the game. And that's what I love about him. And I keep saying that to the fans. Enjoy these years, because he's not going to be here forever. Thank God he extended, but he's not going to be here forever. But anyway, that was a short video for today. I'll keep the videos coming, ready for the launch of the 1st of July. I'm ordering some scarves from Liverpool, a shop that I used to use in Liverpool, 4 of them for 4 prizes to give out on that day, and the ex-wife will deliver them, because it's easier for her to deliver them from Liverpool than it is for me up here. So have a great weekend, and not long now until the Reds return. You'll never walk alone.